Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 58 set to kick off.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. First down, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Murray will set up the screen to Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run with Ware. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On the run, it's Ware. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield down. Over the middle, complete. It's Stanley. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. They get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start the drive with Ware. they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to air one out. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On the carry.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Stanley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Here's Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 31, Mayfield. He sets up the screen to Jones. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Luda Baker on the tackle. It's a gain of
only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 39, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Mayfield to throw it. Quick hitter here is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down and gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They run with Harris. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
7.
On third down, Mayfield. Now they're staring at 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Patriots 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25 yards.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Taken down here. Great coverage downfield. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken on the 25. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go. Because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now from Murray. His throw is going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect him to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Third and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, throw left side complete. It's Drake. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's going to be complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Murray to air it out again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Patriots 10-yard line.
Again, they'll throw in Murray. Eluding the pressure. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And 9 at the 3-yard line.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Now for 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 39, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Coleman. And he will have a Patriots first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now a first down carry for Harris. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz and running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This is caught. And he's brought down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
On second down, it's Drake. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
It's tough time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On third down, this is Ware. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
First and 10.
They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Murray now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards to pick up there.
The 43-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll run now with Ware. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Pickup brings up second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First and 10.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First down, Murray. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On the ground, this is Ware. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On second down, it's Drake. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Maximum score, Patriots 10.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Hassan Reddick showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and some space here. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Now the second down throw on target. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run with Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
First down, Harris. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
20-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Makes makes the score.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Yeah, we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he gets up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their... They can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Kevin Denver who picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Harris. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. It's another Super Bowl title for the New England Patriots.
Cardinals 10.
And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.